Oh, you saw the title, you know what it's about. We are talking about the Epstein files, and as such, I will give you a few trigger warnings. I usually don't do this, but for this video particularly, number one, there will be transphobia. There will be mentions of forced transitionings of people who might not even want that. There will also be a lot of like homophobia, a lot of bigotry, and a lot of just like, I don't even know, right? Like all the trigger warnings you can imagine when we talk about the Epstein files, just imagine they are here. I will also link a particular TikTok video in the comments down below, which is why I even like realized that I wanted to make this video. Even more trigger warnings for that particular TikTok video, because like, my God, only click it if you have a strong stomach, okay? And you want to see those kinds of things. More disclaimers. Number one, these are all files from the official government release of the Epstein files. I will not show any of the pictures here because I would have to censor too much, but in the description down below, I will like put in all the file identifications. They are all have like numbers and letters in them, and you can type them into the official website to find the files yourself, to read them to you. And when I do read them to you, I will probably replace some words just to make it a little bit more YouTube friendly. Next up, if we type in male to female into the search bar, we find exactly 4 mentions. One of them we are going to talk about. If you type in trans into the search bar of the Epstein files, you will find over 1,000 files. Now, not all of them are going to be about transgender. Some of them will be like transfer, you know, all those kinds of things. And if you type in transgender specifically, there are still over 152 files. And I went through the first few pages and I took like an example of things I do want to talk about. And last disclaimer, if you are like a little bit of a nihilistic / pessimistic person like myself, you will already have known that, of course, transgender people are in the Epstein files as well, because like everything is basically in there, right? But also, if you have ever heard the sentence, every accusation is a confession, well, yeah. Just live with that and let us start. Now, I'm gonna go to my browser here again. I'm not gonna show these to you, right? So let me just go to the very first file I want to talk about. And this is a file that made me want to do this video that I saw on TikTok. It is from a particular Robert Thrivers. Now, I don't know who that is. Writing to Jeffrey Epstein, subject trans, on December 17th, 2018. Now, I'm going to read it to you, and then we're going to talk about it, right? It is very simple. I will compare male to female with female to male. With greater molecular control over development, we are increasingly capable of producing novel phenotypes, more feminine men, by blocking testosterone receptors or castration, and at the same time increasing estrogen production. The one blocks male features, the second encourages female features. Now, this is basically what HRT does. We already know that, right? Then it continues. More masculine women, heavy testosterone dosage, incredible external effects, heavily bearded men. You would never guess they had a female bone in their body. Again, talking about trans men. The first kind, male to female, is 4 times more frequent than female to male. Again, I'm not sure how accurate that is, but it is like people, I don't know, it's the perception many people have, right? The trans men exist, but they like kind of get ignored for some reason, right? And we're gonna get to that. The first is attractive. He, misgendering, is a woman with a eggplant, so that if your fantasy is to suck a man's eggplant, otherwise you are completely heterosexual. It would be much nicer if the rest of the organism is female, then you get the best of both worlds. So they are literally talking about putting certain people through hormone therapy and potential surgeries, right? To make a fetish object for a particular person, a particular kind of like interest, right? And they are even like saying, yeah, if you have fun with the eggplant of a trans woman, that is heterosexual, right? They're saying that, right? So many transsexual women are very attractive and easily make money, which in turn they assert promotes their prostitution, since they have to pay hefty fees for injections every week. But they are sexually happy. Once you have reached manhood, even castration does not prevent the sensation of organism. I'm pretty sure they mean like orgasms or something. I'm not sure. Like, listen, I have to tell you, if you read over like any of these like Epstein files, these are all emails, right? And they are literally talking to each other like they're writing a goddamn WhatsApp message, right? They do not use punctuation. You do not use uppercase letters, and the grammar is ridiculous. It continues. Contrast the poor female to male version, again, transphobia against trans men. They are unhappy and lonely. They are men with, and I'm guessing this has to be an insult. I've never heard this before. They are men with pumps. I have no idea what the fuck that means, okay? The worst of both worlds, they're saying. If you like smelly masculine men, you want that hard eggplant that comes with the show. You do not want one of nature's more complex and variable structures, the pum-pum, that is an acquired taste, and not with a man. There are hundreds of female trans videos and websites. I have never seen a male one. By the way, we are now pushing the intervention. Okay, first of all, before I continue reading this, I have to tell you, do you know that like one of the big Republican right side thing that they keep saying always is, oh my God, they're transing our kids. Oh my God, they want to do like surgery on like minors. They want to do like HRT on like 7-year-olds. This is exactly that. Again, the last sentence in this particular email reads, by the way, we are now pushing the intervention earlier. So you notice your 3-year-old son has trans tendencies. So now you intervene with hormones. I would be frightened to do that, but who knows? ? This is the first piece of email here I want to talk about, and that is like, it's insane, right? I saw that and I laid awake in bed for like half an hour yesterday evening when I found this out, and I was like, oh my God, tomorrow I need to talk about this, because like every single thing the right side is doing, every like conspiracy theory you ever had about what they are doing is correct, okay? Now, I do want you, before we go to the next piece of information, I'm going to quickly go over what is in the TikTok video, right? So just feel free to skip like 30 seconds from now if you don't want to like hear that, right? So here we go. So in the TikTok video I watched, they're also talking about people paying with Mormon blood. They're talking about unaliving infants and eating the feces out of their organs. And I wish I was making this up, but it's in there. Okay, and all these kinds of other like satanic rituals. Okay. Okay, TikTok talk is over. We're now going back to the next thing. So if you skipped, you're safe again, no matter like how safe you can be when talking about these things, right? The next file is from a Jess Ting or Ting Jess to Jeffrey. Subject: documentary and new clinical center. On May 14th, 2016. Hi, Jeffrey. I hope you are well. I have 2 things to tell you about. Number 1, the research you supported with $50,000 grant has borne fruit. We have submitted a paper for publication summarizing our results. If you would like an outline of the results of the research, we can email one to you or present to you in prison. Now, it will get clear what this kind of research is about with the second point. I have been made surgical director of the brand new transgender surgery program at Mount Sinai. That's right, Mount Sinai, being the progressive place that it is, saw an opportunity and need to take a leadership position in the area of transgender health and created the first full-spectrum academic program in the US focused on transgender surgery and care. Again, this is 2016. This was such an interesting and innovative idea that I thought it would make a good documentary. I pitched the idea to a well-known director and we have started scouting interviews and are in the process of making a fundraiser trailer. If I could just be really forward, I was wondering if you could be interested in supporting this documentary. If so, the producer, director, and I would like to come and give you the pitch in person. This is an exciting, groundbreaking project, both the center and the documentary, that will do good for the world. I hope you can be part of it. Best regards, Jesting. Now, this basically confirms that even more than the last email, that Jeffrey Epstein and like his like whole cahoot, his like whole faction, right, have like supported transgender healthcare, surgery, and like HRT funding and researches in a way because they need like, sorry to say it this way, right? They need like these kinds of like people as sellable objects to their like clientele, you know? Again, sorry for wording it like that, but that is like literally what we're reading here, okay? That is that, right? And there's like another file where basically Jeffrey forwards this email to another person, and the another person then is to this person, better support like my clinic or whatever, right? It's like, okay. Next up, transphobia. While they're still doing these things, they're also doing, they like have like a lot of transphobia as well, because there's an email from 2014. The subject just reads, well, at least one woman can do math. And then Jeffrey Epstein basically just replies with transgender, probably basically saying misogynistic, yeah, women cannot do math, and at the same time saying trans women are not women because they can do, you know, you get what I mean, right? That was just like, I wanted to have that in there. Let me have a drink. Jesus Christ. Then we have an email from Jeffrey to Robust Rivers again. Phone call, March 16th, 2019. So first of all, I'm gonna read you the email that the robot person sent, and then I'm gonna read the reply of Jeffrey. So he writes, Jeffrey, I spoke to the fact checker at the New Yorker today. My comment all concerned Cancel Talk in 2007, but he did say that you were mentioned elsewhere in the article. Out in a month, he will alert me. Short answer to your question, after 7 years of continuous support, you seem to flip. No support at all for the past 2 years, no responses to requests. Just wasted 2 days at Hunter College here in New York City, lecturing and meeting with the head of master programs and separately chair of psych department, trying to pinch hit for someone on sabbatical. He said they loved me, but offered me monkey money, as we call it in Jamaica, $5,500 per semester. My God, Jeffrey, rent is $8,000. I would like to eat, have a modest social life, and an occasional psychosexual experience. Okay? Sorry, the okay was not in the text, it was me. I would return to Jamaica, $15,000 in debt. But I can't take Jamaica 24/7. Will fly to London/Berlin for 2 weeks early June. Can you name a time and date where I can reach you by phone? Now Jeffrey replies to this person. I can call you today if you like. My recollection is that we sat together. I thought that you might want to focus on transgender biology. People would be interested and I would fund. I am a true believer in your talents. My understand, again, he's like talking about funding transgender biology studies. Is like, okay, my understanding, and of course it would be incorrect, was that honor killing work and was detrimental for you, as was the knee-hip ratio in sprinters. So basically we're talking about like some kind of researcher, some kind of student, and they're talking about like different type of research topics. Little public interest where the genetics of exceptional and transgender would be helpful. I'm always on the view that I should do no harm. Can we pause for a moment there? Okay. And I said I wouldn't give you drugs that has to do with the psychosexual experience. If you ask, because it was bad for you. Giving you money for subject that would be, in my strong view, detrimental to your future creates a problem. You said you would get back to me and then told me that Chapman had offered you work. In my view, you were telling me that others would support your honor killing, etc. Again, I really fucking hope they're talking about a research paper on this, okay? Because, like, what the fuck? And then ask about the markets I had. Sit tight. We can talk at any time. Okay? Again, let's take a breather here, right? Drink something. Multiple times already, we now have seen, in just like a fraction of the files I went over through, they're like Jeffrey Epstein and his whole faction, because you can never just talk about this one person. This was like hundreds, if not thousands of people, right? Have supported transgender like studies so much because for them that is like a sellable experience for someone, but at the same time now they like go publicly so much against that, maybe in like a weird like kind of way to try to separate themselves from Epstein. Like, I don't know. Okay, we have 2 more files to go over here for you, right? This is from 2017, again, from Jeffrey to a certain Joy Ito. Again, I don't know who that is. I would tell Gates, if I were you, Bill Gates, that one, science is the most exciting. Forget transgender, it's trans science, okay? You tell him that you and I have no interest in donor-advised funds, too complicated, but cutting-edge brain stimulation, plant and human interaction. Listen, this was 2017. This was 9 years ago. What in everything that is holy in this world have they been researching and studying if they talk about plant and human interaction? What in the fuck? It continues. Mathematics can deal with millions of inputs. Biology versus few inputs physics needs to be developed. I told him he would have fun at the theory level instead of being under Melinda's thumb. In, like, quotations, fat thumb. Okay? Again, amazing. Misogyny. And then we have one last file for this video because, like, I don't want to, like, overstimulate you, right? Maybe we do another video when I went through the other, like, 5 million files. Again, there's millions of Epstein files released, and I only searched for 3 search terms this time. This is from Jeffrey Epstein to Shanson 900, whoever the fuck that is, on November 27, 2016. And when I read this to you, I want you to try to imagine if there is like a particular person in the United States of America who has done multiple of the things mentioned in here. Now, it's a reply, but the person originally asked, right? They asked, you for some, again, no grammar in here. You for some ideas for a term paper. She needs 3 ideas to start. If you have 1 or 2, a contemporary topic of your choice, not focused on the US. Basically, a person is writing to Epstein saying another person needs some ideas for a term paper, and if Jeffrey Epstein has any ideas about it, right? And not focused on US. Jeffrey Epstein replies, right? Transgender, question mark, life on Mars, dot, self-driving cars, dot, genetic engineering, dot, living to 120 years old. Now, who do you think is talking a lot about life on Mars, self-driving cars, and genetic engineering? That is not a coincidence, by the way. That is not a fucking coincidence. That topics that Jeffrey Epstein has suggested for research papers are now like basically 3 of the main topics fucking Elon Musk is like doing his life works on, okay? Huh? Okay? Okay. again, now, as I said, we are gonna stopping this video. I'm gonna leave you, again, we go over the links again. I'm gonna first off leave you the link to the official government website where you can look for the file names yourself and search the files yourself. Number 2, I am gonna leave you all the file identification numbers when you wanna search them up yourself. And number 3, I am gonna leave you the TikTok video that made me like realize this is in the Epstein files. Again, heavy trigger warnings for said video. Thank you so much for watching. And I might make another of these videos once I have gone through like more of the files. Again, it's an insane number of files out there and they're constantly getting changed, deleted and whatever the fuck. But it's scary. It's literally everything you ever thought these evil fucks did, they did. Anyway, I'm out.